Amorous Intense's masculine sister or brother. Like, my mouth is watering. Hi guys. Wow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Navitus Parfums and AI the Great's latest release, Girl. Okay, before I get into this review, I just have to let you know that I'm sick. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell. So I have a little bit of brain fog. I'm not sick with that. But like, it's hard for me to get my words out for some reason. I promise I'm very intelligent, but when I'm sick, things are just a little disconnected. But this is Amorous Intense. I do have Ambrosia Imperiale, but this is AI the Great's latest collaboration with Navitus Parfums, and I wanted to review this baby for you all because I reviewed Ambrosia Imperiale, which I do have here, and I will compare them at the end. I have said from the beginning that I will be purchasing every fragrance that AI the Great releases, and I'm sticking to my word. If you guys would like to see my review and opinion of this new baby, then please keep watching. Okay, you guys, I was so excited for this fragrance. From the moment that Ambrosia Imperiale came out and AI the Great dropped that she would be putting out a fall fragrance, I immediately added it to my everlasting fall fragrance list because Ambrosia Imperiale is just such an amazing, unique scent that added such interesting notes to my fragrance collection. So I will definitely link Ambrosia Imperiale down below and also my review. So I was super excited for Amorous Intense because she described this as like baked pears, pear pulp, almond, total fall, just the essence of fall. And Ambrosia Imperiale blew my mind. So I was super excited about this fragrance. So let's get into it. This retails for $295 from Navitus Parfums. The price did recently increase. You guys know inflation, everything is going up, but I like that they are continuing to give you the same quality of products. It is on sale right now. If it is still in stock, I will leave that coupon code across the screen and link down below. If you are worried because it comes with a high price tag, buy it now, get it on sale. I actually was able to pick this up for like a little over $200, I believe, and I sat with this fragrance for probably a few weeks so I could bring you a comprehensive review. Y'all know I'm so proud of my girl AI the Great. Whenever I talk about her fragrances, it just makes me so happy because it's a win for her, but this is a win for like every Black woman who gets to be in this space, and it just inspires me. I hope it inspires you all, and so I'm so just always excited to buy her collaborations because I'm so very proud of her. So once again, thank you AI the Great for another fragrance in your Navitus Parfum collection, and also just thank you for giving us quality content and the best recommendations. So let's get into this baby. The fragrances always come immaculately packaged, just what I would expect when paying $200 or $300 for a fragrance. You have this outer box, and y'all, it is hefty packaging. You have a flap that comes down, and you have like a fragrance coffin. Open it like so, and here is your fragrance house. Now this is like a matte faux leather box, which I do really enjoy. Now I never keep these just because I don't have space for all this packaging, but when you are paying upwards of $300 for a niche fragrance, this is the packaging experience that I expect. Other brands take note. I know everyone may not care about the fancy and fabulous packaging, but if I'm spending a pretty penny, please excite me with the packaging. So in here you have like a satin lined bed, and here is the fragrance Amorous Intense. Amorous Intense, I think she describes as just being an intense love of something, and this is what she describes as pear pulp, baked pear, just a really beautiful fruity fall fragrance. But let me read you guys the official notes. So this is described as a Moorish, decadent, intoxicating fragrance. Moorish meaning a desire for more. The top notes are baked pear, pear pulp, almonds, and applesauce. The heart notes or the middle notes are rum absolute, ylang ylang, and French coffee. And it rounds out with the base notes of cinnamon, caramel, whipped cream, and cane sugar. The perfumers behind this are Bird Bertrand Duchefort and Beranger Bougarel. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. My apologies if I'm not. And now I will actually include my first reaction to this fragrance, which happened on YouTube on a live stream. So roll the footage. Okay. I'm so excited. See it, Chloe? Look at the fragrance, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? Let's give Chloe the first sniff. Okay, I can't smell too much. First impression of Amorous Intense. Ooh! Oh, we're matching. I mean, not really, but kinda. Okay, let me start talking. The first thing I'm gonna say is, whew, I wanna curse, but I stopped cursing. Praise God. If you loved Ambrosia Imperiale, you will love this. So this is a pear. Oh, it's so sweet. A pear, vanilla, a ylang ylang. I think there's whipped cream, apples. This smells like a sexy, fluffy Jolly Rancher. Oh, wow. Whew, that is sexy. So as you can see, my first impression was wow. This fragrance is, and I'll spray it again, a beautiful, bright, juicy pear. Oh my goodness. Now, what I love about this fragrance that I also loved about Ambrosia Imperiale is that no matter how many sprays you do, this is not an overwhelming scent. I literally just doused myself in 10 sprays and I'm not choking. It's such a light fragrance in composition to where you can just spray a halo over your body and it's not gonna feel overpowering. So I love that because I am getting into being an oversprayer. But off of initial sillage, this gives me juicy Jolly Rancher. Sour green apple Jolly Rancher is what I get. I will be honest, I don't get too much of the pear off of first spray. It's really juicy Jolly Rancher sour apple. It is tart, it is tangy, it is sweet, it is mouth watering. I love Jolly Ranchers, specifically green sour apple. So to me, I like that. I could see that being probably off-putting to people who don't like a sweet, tangy, like my mouth is watering. I can see that probably being off-putting to people who don't like a sweet and tangy fragrance, but I find that it's so interesting. Once again, it's so unique. My initial impression is green Jolly Rancher. And then immediately after it starts to settle, I get the pear. And I'm not too much of a pear connoisseur. I don't really enjoy pears that much. The texture is a little weird for me, but this is like a sweet pear. Like a candied pear. It is sweet, tart, and bright and light. This is not a heavy fragrance at all. I just get like sweet candied pear. In the middle, I get like citrusy notes. Citrusy notes, lightly florals, a little vanilla, and in the dry down, I get whipped cream. There are a lot of notes in this fragrance that I don't smell, and obviously this was before I got sick. To me, the dry down of this is pear, apple, and whipped cream, which I think is just so delicious and so interesting, especially for my collection. I don't own many pear scented fragrances, and the whipped cream just gives it a light, airy fluffiness that I find is so nice because this is not too cloying. This is not suffocatingly sweet. It's juicy and tart, but a lot of that tartness dries down. And when the base notes come through, I get a lot of whipped cream. Whipped cream and a little apple and a little pear. What I will say, when it dries down, it smells a lot like Ambrosia Imperiale. I will say, in my opinion, Amorous Intense is a flanker, so to speak, of Ambrosia Imperiale. If you liked Ambrosia Imperiale and you like a fruity, tart, juicy scent, you will like Amorous Intense. So of the top notes, I definitely get a baked pear and pear pulp and applesauce. I don't really get the almond note. And I think to me, it's just because the apple and the pear notes are so intensely tart. That's what I smell. For the heart notes, I definitely get a little bit of the rum and the ylang ylang because there is a floral aspect to this scent. It doesn't smell like a literal baked pear. It smells like a fragrance, though it does translate to be a lot like the actual fruit pear. It's more interesting than just like a sour apple or a pear scent. I get none of the French coffee, and I wish I did because I love coffee, and I think for this scent to have a little bit of that coffee bean depth to it, I think would make it really interesting. Unfortunately, I don't smell that. The base notes are cinnamon, caramel, whipped cream, and cane sugar. I definitely get the whipped cream and cane sugar. I don't think I get any cinnamon or caramel. And so that is one thing I will say. With Amorous Intense, it is very forward on the apple, pear, and whipped cream. It is super sweet, bright, and vivacious. I think this is a fall scent, but I also think this is a spring and summer scent just because it's so bright and crisp in nature. I almost get some citruses. It's just juicy. Like, this is juicy. I do want to talk about projection and longevity. This scent lasts forever. Just like with Ambrosia Imperiale, this is an extrait de parfum. I can spray this on my body and 8 hours later, I still smell it. Obviously, it will be a little toned down. Obviously, I won't be smelling those top notes so much, but I still smell pear and whipped cream. So I love that. I love that for the total breadth of the fragrance. I get the notes that I largely smell at first, because that was one thing with Ambrosia Imperiale. I didn't necessarily get that banana through the whole life of the fragrance, but you do smell the pear and the apple for the life of the fragrance, which I do love. The longevity is amazing. I would say the sillage is as well. Whenever I wear this fragrance and walk into a room with people, they comment on it and they love it, but they can't figure out what the note is. But when I tell them it's pear, they go, ooh, that's so nice. So people love this. It's a compliment getter, but it is interesting. I don't think a lot of people are used to smelling a pear and apple fragrance. I want to read to you some of the comments that I got wearing this fragrance. Someone said it smelled like something I've worn before. Ambrosia Imperiale. They are definitely sister fragrances. They described it as being beautiful, bright, and tart and fluffy, and I would have to agree with that. The whipped cream note makes this so fluffy, while the fruity notes bring such a beautiful, bright tang to it. So I love this fragrance. I would say that this is for someone who enjoys a feminine, bright, tart fragrance with a little depth that is very fluffy. It is not heavy and overpowering. It's not too depthy, and it's so unique. I really, really like Amorous Intense. Now, let's get to the comparison between Amorous Intense and Ambrosia Imperiale. I definitely think that Amorous Intense could be described as like a flanker of Ambrosia Imperiale. To me, Amorous Intense is Ambrosia Imperiale, but swap out the banana and sub in pear and apple. These fragrances smell a lot alike. They have a lot of the same notes. Obviously, the notes are not 100% exact, but when I smelled Amorous Intense for the first time, I knew I would like it because it puts you in the same mind of Ambrosia Imperiale. It's light, it's fluffy, it's fruity, it's a little floral, but it's like a fluffy whipped cream scent, not too heavy. Now, which one do I like better? I have to be honest, I prefer Ambrosia Imperiale to Amorous Intense. I find that Amorous Intense is a lot more feminine. This is what I would wear out on a beautiful crisp fall day or in the summer or springtime in the daytime. But Ambrosia Imperiale is Amorous Intense's masculine sister or brother. I find that Ambrosia Imperiale is a lot more masculine. That rum note is very heavy in here. I also smell the cinnamon now a lot more. I think if you like more feminine fragrances, go for Amorous Intense. But if you like masculine, I mean, I definitely say try both because they're very similar. Their compositions, their DNA, very similar, but the top notes are obviously very different. But I think that Ambrosia Imperiale for me has more depth to it. I get more rum with Ambrosia Imperiale. Now, obviously, I've had this fragrance for well over 6 months, I believe. So we still have to sit with this one for a little longer. But of the two, I definitely prefer Ambrosia Imperiale. It is a bit more masculine, and I do tend to like deep, sexy, masculine scents. But Amorous Intense is gorgeous. She is fluffy, she's unique, she's fruity, it's a little musky, like a hint of musk. I get a little citrus notes, it's whipped cream. I mean, just beautiful. I was not expecting this. I think I was expecting a heavier scent, even though Ambrosia Imperiale is so light and fluffy. And if you're looking at my bottle, I do have it signed by AI the Great. Hey girl. And that makes this bottle so just special to me. But this is beautiful. It's something that I can spray in a halo and I never start choking or coughing. And I'm sick, y'all. It is definitely a Moorish decadent scent. I love it. Once again, what I love more than anything is that this is so unique to my collection. I don't have another fragrance besides Ambrosia Imperiale that gives me this scent bubble. And I think I'll be wearing this through the holiday season, at least up until winter. I also can't wait to see what I mix with this scent just to give it a little more depth. But I love it. It's beautiful. And I think if you guys tried it, you would love it as well. Do I think it's blind buy worthy? Yes, but you just have to know that it is a tart, fruity floral. If you keep that in mind, I think this would be an easy blind buy. And I'm so happy to say that I love yet another AI the Great and Navitus Parfums collaboration. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review and comparison of Amorous Intense. If you love Ambrosia Imperiale, I think you will love Amorous Intense. They are definitely siblings. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I will link this down below with a coupon code. Hopefully you can get it on sale. The scent bubble in this room is just so fruity and tart and beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you picked up this scent, what you think of it. Are you going to pick it up? I will link AI the Great's channel down below. I'm so proud of you, girl. Congratulations for continuing to give the girls something different, because a lot of us are fragrance connoisseurs and that's what we need in our collection. So I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.